we can begin. Everyone ready? Okay, so let's start with the feet and shoulder widths, los pies al ancho de los hombros. Y empezamos con un par de círculos con los hombros. Cambia el sentido. Entonces es importante notar cómo se sienten las cervicales, porque luego cuando trabajamos con caderas, si hay tensión ahí en el cuello, se transmite, se transfiere ahí a las caderas. So relax the jaw, relax the neck, relax the throat, so that you can also relax the hips. Roll the shoulders back and down and move the head around. Empieza a mover la cabeza. Bien. Cambia el sentido hacia el otro lado. Respira, círculos amplios, wide circles with the head. Bien. Y luego ponen el mentón al pecho with the chin on the chest, grounding the back. Empieza a redondear el tronco. Las manos en las rodillas, las manos en las tibias, exhale y redondear más, surround the back of the knee. And then bring the hands behind the head, las manos en la nuca, todos adentro y redondeamos todas las rodillas si lo necesitas. Y exhale, arriba de los redondeas y proclamos más. So keeping the knees bent, pull the belly in front of the back body. And exhale, slowly release the arms, hands to the elbows, and roll from side to side. Con las manos en los codos, mueve hacia un lado, hacia el otro. And keep the lower belly, that's what creates space at the lower back and at the side body. Keep the lower belly to create that stability. Then come back to center, release the arms, bend the knees even forward, slowly and roll the way up. Otra vez relax, extend the quads. Lleva las manos a la cintura, vamos a trabajar con las caderas, lleva peso al pie izquierdo, so bring weight to the left foot and lift the right foot. Flexión de cadera derecha, activando mucho, activando y flexores. Mantén ombligo adentro, so suck the belly in and lift it up. And maybe you can lift the leg even higher. Then slowly bend the knee and press back. So engaging the glute now. Aprieta glúteo. Sin girar la pelvis, we're not turning or tilting the pelvis. Neutral pelvis and pressing the heel back. And then leg forward, externally rotate, so the leg moves out and lift the legs. Now targeting the inner hip, iliacus. Hip brings in and up, lift the leg higher. And then bend the knee and press back and out. So turn the leg out. Again, not turning the pelvis, just lifting the leg out to get more of the gluteus medius. And then slowly back to center. Last one, internal rotation and lift up. You'll feel it more on the TFL, the outside. Hip breathes in and out. And then bend the knee and press back. And now start tilting the pelvis. You can bend the knee a bit to press up higher. Breathe, squeeze the glute. Engage core and change. Slowly change leg. So you can bend the standing knee, that gives you more stability. Point the leg that you're lift up and lift it up. Again, if you feel that it's pulling you too much at the bottom, you bring it lower. No quieres notar el estiramiento por debajo, quieres notar que todo está ahí por encima. Luego dobla la rodilla, empuja hacia atrás. Squeeze the glute to press back. You keep that core set action, core engagement. And then leg forward, external rotation and lift up, feeling it in the inner hip. Bien, y dobla la rodilla, empuja hacia atrás y ahora hacia afuera. Take the leg out, also getting more of the gluteus medius, the deeper layer of the glute. And then forward, last one, internal rotation and lift up. Entonces, si gira la pelvis, gira la pierna hacia adentro y arriba. The more you turn in and up, the more you feel it on the outside. And press back. And now tilt. So working with the hip flexor of the right leg and the glute of the left. Shift weight forward. Squeeze the glute. And then slowly come. Poco a poco vuelve al centro. Haz un par de círculos con las caderas. Respira. Use your breath to create space there. And then change the direction. Cambias. Vuelve al centro. Inhala arriba los brazos. Y extensión de la columna, back bend here. So squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the back muscles. Inhale out and back. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Cierra los ojos por un momento de silencio. Con tu atención ahí en el pecho. And focusing at the heart center. Think of what you want to get out of this session. You are looking for more health, more strength, more happiness. Be specific. What will that allow you to do? Who will that allow you to be?
So think of that so that you can visualize it and you can be in that state, creyendo en tu intención, pensando, visualizando lo que deseas. Te relajas, normalizas esta versión de ti. Presiona pies en el suelo, press feet down to find that stability, to feel strong, to feel supported, and we'll chant Om. So exhale, press feet down, and inhale to chant in another kanda. Over en la parte final de la estrella. So starting at the front of the mat, we're going to do our Surya Namaskara, the classical rotations. Is it strong, the air condition? It's okay. Okay, we'll leave it so that's more. I can also open this. Okay, we continue with. So we'll do classical stance rotation to really work again with that hip flexion and hip extension. So every time we flex hips, you think of the front working. Every time we extend hips, you think of the glutes. So exhale, hands to the heart, and inhale, bring the arms up and back, and squeeze the glutes to extend the hips. Then exhale, fold over the legs. You can bend the knees, feel the hip flexors, the front of the legs. Then inhale the right foot back, then it down. So flexing the left hip and extending the right hips with the right glute. And exhale, knees, chest, chin. So walk back, bring chest and chin to the ground. Then inhale and slide forward, squish shoulder blades together and down, engage the glutes. And exhale, push away downward facing dog. Use the left foot, strong shoulders, and push. And inhale the right foot forward, pie derecho adelante, tener trabajo los flexores en la derecha y el glúteo en la izquierda. Exhala, camina hacia adelante, walk to the front, and then you can needed time forward. Then inhale and rise up, squeeze the glutes, lift up and up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Someone needs blocks, we have the blocks there again. So inhale the arms up and back, squeeze the glutes. And exhale, hands to the legs, the ground or the blocks to represent the blocks. La izquierda atrás, la rodilla fuera, left foot back, squeeze the left glute, dig out the chest. Exhala, rodillas flexioned long. So legs into the hip flexion, also engaging the back muscles. Inhale forward and out, so the shoulder blades together and down, squeeze the glutes. And exhale, push away, relax the neck, strong shoulders. Inhale the left foot forward, izquierdo adelante, aprieta el glúteo derecho, delante arriba del pecho. Exhala, camina hacia adelante, and work with hip flexors, the front of the legs, relax the back. And inhale and rise up and back, squeeze the glutes, engage the back muscles. And exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale, arms up and back. So these are the arms we'll be doing in the low lunge. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale the right foot back, knee down, and arms up, low lunge. So arriba los brazos, activa el glúteo derecho. Exhala, rodillas flexioned. So again, knees, chest, chin. Use the knuckles, squeeze over the here. Inhale and slide forward, squeeze the glutes. And exhale, push away downward facing. And inhale the right foot forward, left knee down, squeeze the left glute, find stability, and then bring the arms up. And then exhale, walk forward and fold. Bend the knees to the magic feet. Inhale and rise up and back. Piega glúteos, activa espalda. Exhala, manos al corazón. Último, inhala. Y exhala, flexiona hacia adelante. Inhala, izquierda atrás, left foot back, squeeze the left glute, lift the arms up. And exhale, knees, chest, chin. Rodillas flexioned. Inhala, piega glúteos, abajo. Exhala, estira los hombros. Inhala, the izquierdo, left foot forward. Squeeze the right glute, lift the arms up and back. And exhale, walk to the front. Camina hacia adelante. Ventanas. Inhala, arriba y hacia atrás, aprieta glúteos, squeeze glutes. Exhala, manos al corazón. Inhala, arms up and back. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, right foot back, knee down and stay here. Entonces lleva las manos a la cintura. Also, if the knee feels that it needs some more cushion, you can fold them out. So from here, we're looking for posterior pelvic tilt, tagging tailbone under, and then anterior pelvic tilt and tagging the tailbone. Posterior pelvic tilt, retroversion pelvica, pietas glúteos, and reversion pelvica, anterior pelvic tilt, and we focus on the hip flexor. And then posterior and stay, tag tailbone under, and focus. So feel the right glute, how it has to work in this posterior tilt. Then press forward, and you'll feel the glute even more. Lift the arms up. And then exhale, hands to the heart and twist towards the left. You can stay, you can stay, or you bring the elbow against the leg. If you want to go deeper, you can bring the arm to the left and you turn the chest towards the sky. One more breath, keep squeezing the right glute. And then slowly come back to center, hands to the waist. Now I'm on to la cintura. Anteversion pelvica, so anterior pelvic tilt and straighten the front leg. So again, working for the hip flexors now, apply the front of the hip, what helps the hip to flex, to come towards the torso. Pull the ribs in and forward. You can stay with the hands on the waist, or you can bring the arms forward to where you are. 3 breaths, relax the neck, relax the jaw. And then bring the hands to the ground. You press, you work with the flexors to bring them close to the chest and fold back. And then if you have the mat fold, you unfold it. Rodillas flexionando, knees, chest, inhale, cobra, squeeze glutes, shoulder blades going down, let the elbows and exhale, push over. Then inhale the right forward and bring the hands to the waist. We'll do the same thing on the second side. So inhale, anterior pelvic tilt, and exhale, posterior pelvic tilt. Anteversión pélvica nos da como trabajas con los flexores de la derecha, retroversión nos da como trabajas con el glúteo. Anteversión y retroversión. Stay with the posterior pelvic tilt and press forward as much as you can without losing the glutes. So I'm still squeezing glutes. Then bring the hands to the heart, pick up the chest, inhale, exhale, twist, and you can stay up or you can bring the elbow against the leg. With the ribs in, you turn the chest more, roll the legs together and down. If you want to go deeper, you bring the arms to the knee and you turn the chest. One more breath. And then slowly we'll bring the hands to the ground, anterior tilt and straighten the leg. So working with the hip flexor. Again, you can stay with hands on the ground, hands on the waist, or arms forward, or one arm forward. 3 breaths. Relax muscle the face in the right, five quads. And then bring the hands to the ground. So keep squeezing the glutes, walk forward. Camina hacia adelante. Exhale and fold, engaging hip flexors with both legs. Inhale and rise up. Squeeze the glutes, arch, and exhale, hands to the heart. Muy bien, seguimos. Now, exhale. Now the izquierda atrás, length back and knee down. All right. So we'll start with the same way, and then we'll pick up the back knee. So bring the hands to the waist and tag tailbone under. Then bring the hands to the heart and twist. And bring the elbow to the leg or the armpit to the leg. If you're doing the arm like with the arm, you can even try to bind. Entonces con la axila en la pierna puede hacer más relación interna para llevar el brazo izquierdo por debajo y a lo mejor coger la muñeca derecha. Whether you're binding or hands on heart, shift weight to the front foot, llevando al pie derecho, mete los dedos de atrás en el suelo y levanta la rodilla. Pick up the back knee, 3 breaths. Pull belly in, pick up the chest, keep twisting. To find that torso, that core engagement. And slowly, we'll bring hands to the ground. We'll bring the front foot a bit forward and the heel down. So you can be on the ground or hands to the waist and straighten the front leg. Remember the same actions like before. You're working with the hip flexors. If you want to make it harder, one arm forward. If you want to make it harder, other arm forward. 3 breaths. Good. Leaving the right hip back and the left hip forward. Align the hips too. O sea, el glúteo derecho hacia el talón izquierdo. Y empuja con las manos, bring the hands to the ground. You can shift more weight to jump or you can walk. Camino saltantes. Rodillas flexionando. It's just feeling. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together and down. Press it down. And exhale, push away downward. Then inhale the left forward, izquierdo adelante. Y la rodilla derecha al suelo. Manos en la cintura. Hands to the waist. Find this posture pelvic tilt, squeeze the glute, and then bring the hands to the heart. Twist towards the left this time, bring the elbow or the armpits to the knee, and then shifting all the way to the front to lift the back. You want to bind, you keep internally rotating to bring the arm to the like underneath. Yeah, breathe. Keep shifting weight towards the front foot, and you can pick up the back knee. 2, keep the ribs in as you turn the chest up towards the sky. Alright, con cuidado, las manos en el suelo, las musculas in the hands to the ground, or to the waist. We straighten the front leg, and we bring the back foot down. So anterior tilt again, una anteversión pélvica para notarlo en los flexores. Y si puedes bajar las manos de la cintura para adelante, hands to the ground, to the waist or forward. Breathe breath. Working with the left thigh forwards. Bring the hands to the ground and walk to the front. You want to do kind of a small open press. Kind of shifting weight from the hands and then land both feet. Then inhale, rise up. Squeeze the glutes and exhale, hands to the heart. Okay. Inhale the arms up and back. We'll start working with the rotation of the hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale the right foot back and then down. Bring the hands to the waist. So from here, inhale external rotation and exhale internal rotation. Una rotación externa de la cadera, esta rotación interna. Luego si puedes, con más flexión. The more you flex, the harder it gets. So externally rotate and internally rotate. External rotate and internal. And then stay with the external. Pull the ribs in and up. So you can stay here or you can bring the hands to the ground. Maybe just the right, maybe both. You stay with the external rotation, make sure that you've not gone too far. If you don't have any movement at the hip, then you've gone too far. If you still have space, you can even bring the elbows to the ground, but again, make sure that you're not losing the hip. Yeah. Relax the face, relax the jaw. If you want to go even deeper, you tap the back toes under and lift the knee. You can lift the knee even if you're higher. Yeah. Squeeze the right knee. So the lower you bring the pelvis, the more you engage with and 2. And con cuidado, vamos a volver al centro. So slowly come back to the ground. Bring the hands to the waist. Good. And then lift the back knee. Come to a high lunge. So in your high lunge, we'll work with more of a hip flexion and extension. So the lower you go, the more you go towards splits. Reach the arms up and back. And squeeze the glute more. Right glute. Breathe. And one last variation, bring the knee down carefully and pick up the back foot. Levanta el pie de atrás. 3 respiraciones. So squeeze the right glute, engage the left hip flexors. 2. And carefully hands to the ground. Press or engaged. Take the foot and bring knees, chest and chin to the ground. Now cobra, squeeze all of it together right now. Squeeze glutes and exhale push. And inhale the right foot forward. Bring the knee to the ground, bring the hands to the waist, and start with the external and internal rotation of the right. Rotation external, rotation interna. External rotating, internal, just the leg. If you want to go deeper, come more to the front and move in and out. Relax the jaw, squeeze by pulling belly in and out. And then stay with the external rotation. And you can stay up, maybe this is enough. You can bring a hand down, maybe this is enough. You can bring both hands down. Again, make sure that you're not losing the hip. Because if it's blocked, it means you've gone too far. Maybe you bring the elbows down, maybe you pick up the back. Breathe. Relax the jaw, squeeze the glutes. The left glute so that you extend the back hip. The right glute so that you extend and rotate the right. And then carefully, we come back to the ground. And then we bring the hands to the waist. So pick up the back knee and come to a high lunge. So again, if you're higher, you're not flexing and extending the hip as much. By going lower, you're working with more extension of the back hip, more flexion of the front. Pull belly in and up, and then back belly. Breathe. The more weight you bring back, the more you have to squeeze the back glutes. 2. Squeezing the glutes, slowly bring the hands forward and walk to the front. Shift weight to the front foot, lift the foot, and exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up and back. So squeeze both glutes and exhale, hands forward. Last one, inhale, arms up and back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back. Good. So we'll stay up. Start with the high lunge and bring the hands to the waist. Good. So then from here, we're going to work with the back. So shift a bit of weight to the front, turn the back hip out, turn the back hip in. Rotazione externa della cadera da atrás, rotazione interna, rotazione externa. So the pelvis stays facing forward and the back leg faces out. This is warrior one. You can separate the feet more. The pelvis looks forward, the back leg is an external rotation and sit low. Pull the belly in and up and lift the arms up. 3 breaths, warrior one position. 2. If you can bend the front knee more, work with the hip, the thigh. And 1. Hands to the heart and twist. So you can stay high. You can bring the elbow against the leg. Or you can do a little Konasana, bring the palm down and the arm overhead. 3 breaths. But stay with the rotation of the back hip. So the back foot is down. 2. Keep belly in, keep turning the chest. And good. Press down into the feet, slowly straighten the legs. Konasana. If needed, you walk a bit to the front. Pelvis is facing forward and anterior pelvic tilt. So hands to the waist or hands behind the back. Hands to the elbows or palms together in a Paschimottanasana reverse prayer and fold over the.
I can work with the right side. Excellent. Well, so bring the hands down and press again. You can do a small jump to go back, or you can look, reach chest shake. So anterior pelvic tilt. Then inhale, squeeze the glutes, posterior pelvic tilt. And exhale, push up. Inhale, left forward, high lunge. Bring the hands to the waist and work with the back hip. If needed, you separate the feet to the side. So externally rotate will bring the heel down, internally rotate will bring the heel out. Externally and internally. And let's stay with the external rotation. And it's at the hip, it's not the knee. Makes sense? So that the hip turns out. Pull the belly in. You can sit lower to work more with hip flexors. Pull belly in, lift the arms up. 3 breaths here. 2. Lower if you want. And 1 inhala. Exhala manos al corazón y gira hacia la izquierda. Turn to the left. Again, maybe you stay higher. Maybe you bring the elbow to the arm, to the leg. Maybe you bring the hand down. And then the top arm overhead. 3. Hacia la izquierda, hacia mí, hacia adelante. 2. Yeah, the arm towards me. That's turn the chest. So pressing the right foot down and nice twist to the whole spine. Slowly we'll come to Konasana. So hands to the waist, straight legs. You can walk a bit to the front. Pelvis looks forward to the anterior pelvic tilt. The J low when you bring chest forward. So hands to the waist or hands behind the back. Shoulder blades together and back. Chest forward. We'll walk to the front again, more like a pulse. I'm pressing so much with the hand that I'm lifting and then I'm landing. Flexing both hips, you fold over the legs. Then inhale, squeeze the glutes, extend the hips, and pick up the chest and exhale hands to the waist. Continue with the external rotation. So lift the right heel, inhale, externally rotate the hip, and exhale internally. Una rotación externa, la cadera hacia afuera, exacto. Exhala interna. Inhala, external, queda like. Stay with the external rotation. Exhale and flex the hips, so lift the knee. And inhale, bring the foot down. Exhala, flexión de cadera, arriba la pierna, inhala abajo. Y exhala, arriba, quédate arriba. Stay up, point the foot, inhale, and exhale, straighten the legs. So working with psoas, with quad. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straight. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten and stay. If you have more rotation, you turn the leg more out. If you have space, you bring the leg back. Then from here, we'll bend the knee. So you stay with external rotation and you bring the foot to the inside as an external rotation of the hip, belly in and up. And you can bring the arms up. 3 breaths in your Vrksasana, trips.
in. So bring the knee in, the right foot presses down, and the left leg goes back. Yeah, you can stay with the arms forward or hands to the waist to make it easier. 3 breaths. So I'm flexing right hip, squeeze the left glute to warrior 3 position. And bend the right knee and bring the right hand to the ground. Inhale, turn the pelvis to the left, and exhale, turn the pelvis down. So as you turn the pelvis to the left, it's the right leg that does an external rotation. And then pelvis down, it's a close chain position. And then again, pelvis out and stay, bend the right knee and bring the foot back. So now it's the right leg in an external rotation. Makes sense? La pierna derecha está en rotación externa, porque la pelvis está mirando hacia el lado. Arms out, shoulder blades together down, breathe in and out. You can separate the feet more if you want to work with more flexion and more abduction. Keep squeezing glutes, keep belly in and out, and reach the arms out for your 2 fingers. Quiero dos. Nota de nuevo caderas. Notice how you're flexing the front, but you're squeezing the left glute. Good. Hands to the shoulders, inhale and exhale, side bend towards the back leg. Squeeze the left obliques. Inhale back to center. And exhale again to the back. Una más, inhala hacia centro. Exhala hacia atrás, quédate atrás. Lleva la mano a la pierna. Dobla la rodilla derecha. Derecha a doblar. Y estira el brazo derecho hacia adelante. So straight to the right arm back. Exhale. 3 breaths. Keep the front knee bent. Dobla la rodilla. Exhale. Entonces nota la flexión en la derecha. Y nota también la flexión en el costado izquierdo. Presiona pies en el suelo, inhala, vuelve al centro. Inhale back to center, hands to the shoulders. Inhale, and exhale, flex towards the front. Side bend. Yeah, bend the front knee. Inhale up. Inhale up, and exhale to the front again. One more time. Inhala arriba. Y exhala, flexión, y quédate aquí. So you're working with the right obliques, and then bring the elbow to the side, and the left arm overhead. If someone wants to bring the hand down, you can bring it to the ground. The left arm towards the 3 breaths. Excellent. And keep the protraction, so widen the shoulder. Yeah, 2 more breaths. Exactly. Yeah. And more rotation, external rotation, reaching forward, bend the knee more, and turn the chest. Yeah. All right, pressing down into the feet, slowly you come up, triangle pose, so straight legs. You can walk a bit to the front if needed, and exhale, it's towards me. It's the same side bend, but straight legs. So hand to the shin, hand to the ankle, or hand to the big toe. Shoulder blades back, and you look up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And so you have 2 options. First option, you bind, so you bend the knee, you bring the right arm under, hold on to the left wrist, then walk forward with the left, and then lift the right leg. So vertical parallels. Bending the left knee, we're trying to lift the right leg. So bending the left knee, find balance, so lift the right leg and lift it up, and maybe just straight. The other way is to come to the front and hold on to the knee and open, or hold on to the big toe and open. Reverse. So vertical parallels is the same action. External rotation and lifting. 2. Very good. And slowly we come down, maybe with the bind. And then release the bind, bring the hands to the ground, and lift the left leg again. The weight towards the toes as we lift the back leg. Engage the right thigh, engage the left foot. Relax the neck. So the more you shift weight towards the toes, the higher you can lift the back leg. That makes sense, right? Yeah. Then bring the left foot back, and then now shift more weight back until you can lift the leg. 3 breaths. So it's the same engagement over the thigh. If it lifts too much, you bring the hands more to the front to make it harder. If it doesn't lift, you shift weight back until you can lift the leg. Relax the face, just work with the thigh. Okay, then slowly bring the foot down, shift weight forward, and lift the back knee again and squeeze the glute. Relax the jaw, just preparing for the Hanumanasana, for the splits. Okay, and then slowly bring the foot down. And you can do it dynamically, like the other day. So you straighten and you bend. You straighten and you bend. Then if it becomes more accessible, you separate the feet more. So separating the feet more, you straighten the front and you bend. You can also bend the back. Notice how that feels. And maybe you go and stay with the legs straight. Maybe both a bit bend and breathe. Then you separate towards, please. Careful. Reverse. So anywhere you are, keep engaging the front thigh so that the hamstrings, the glute of the right leg, they get to relax. Otherwise, if they're tense, you can injure yourself and they will resist, they don't let you go. So you engage the thigh so that you can relax the back, and you can lengthen it more. And engage the back glute so that you can relax the front and lengthen it. That's the idea. Then press down, slowly come out, and come to your tabletop position. And cuatro apoyos, empuja con las manos, exhala, mira hacia los muslos, inhala, mira hacia adelante, exhala al gato, exhala al gato. And extiende un momento en tus rodillas, into your knees. Let's work with the shoulders. So inhale the arms up, and exhale, bend the elbows, the shoulder blades together and down. So that's a retraction, deep pressure. Inhale, now elbows forward, protract and elevate. Arms up and back. And then exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down. Pick up the chest. One more time. So widen the shoulder blades, reach the arms up and then back. So the shoulder blades are wide, there's no tension on the neck. And then bend, squeeze shoulder blades together and down. And squeeze all the shoulders, move the head. And if you need to rest, you can stay in your meditation. Entonces, si lo necesitas, te quedas allí y respiras. If you want to work your inversion, then you work here. You can just do your dolphin. So from here, you do the same protraction, separating the shoulder blades, and then elevation, I'm pressing shoulders towards the ground, and then shoulder flexion, I'm pressing the chest back. So this is a lot of work. You can stay here, or you can work with shoulder elevations, pushing and relaxing, pushing and relaxing. If someone wants to do the inversion, you can do which leg we were doing. So it was the right was back, so the left foot forward, the right up, so that you work with the splits here. And more than jumping, you can think of pressing. So weight forward to push with the arms and lift up. So the leg lifting up with the glute engaged and the bottom leg here engaging the thigh like in your splits until you come up towards your forearms now. Engaging core the whole time. Yeah, so any of these options. If you need to rest, you rest. Good. Pierna arriba, mejor, así arriba, piernas 5, respira 1, 3, 4, estamos 3, 2, una pierna más. Yeah, you want to lift the leg, how do you feel? Yeah, just stay here and keep pushing. You have to find the strong shoulders while yeah. Yeah, rest. Okay, lift the leg, engage core, press on me and lift the other leg. That's and always really high. 5, that's higher 4, strong shoulders, strong core 3, always higher 2. And slowly come down. All right. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. One more. Yes. Perdón, no te da antes de share. So, told me again. Control 5, 3, 4, 8. If you want to give you one now, and that way it's dry. You want one? Yeah. All right. Okay. Give this to the way you were having some memory. All right. The other leg? All right. Let's have me engage core and lift up. 5, 4, that's 3, 2, 3. You can stay there forever. Good job. Good job. Let's do the second side. So downward facing dog, pero toca abajo, exhala. Inhala, camino, salta, walk or flow to the front. And exhale, fold over the legs. We have Uttanasana, let's stay here for a breath. So chair pose, sit back, flip flexors. Then inhale, rise up, bring the hands to the waist. Lift the left heel, inhale, externally rotate, and exhale, internal. La rotazione externa, piega gluteo, sala interna, inhale, external. Stay here, inhale, and exhale, lift up. So engage the hip flexors. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. And stay up. Point the foot, inhale, and exhale, extend. Yeah, inhale back. Exhale, extend. Inhale back. And stay extended. 3. External rotation of the leg, maybe back 2, breathe in and out. Then bend the knee, is the same external rotation for your tree pose. Belly in and out, and maybe you bring the arms up. And by reaching arms up, you lift the rib cage, you're creating very more space for the ribs, for the hips. Okay, so now it's the left leg that's coming in. So this foot, the left foot will come down, and the right leg, yeah, the right leg will go back. Yeah, right leg back. Yeah, that's 3 warrior 3 position. If it's too much, hands on the waist, it becomes easier. 2, exhale. Más adelante el peso, más arriba la pierna de atrás. Y una, baja la mano izquierda, bring the left hand down carefully. Bend the left knee as much as needed. So we're turning the pelvis to the right, and then we're turning the pelvis down. So by turning pelvis to the right, we open the left hip. Then pelvis down. Pelvis to the right, so it's an external rotation of the left hip, the leg that's down. Good. Find the external rotation, bend the knee, and bring the foot back, the right foot back. So it's this external rotation of the left hip. You can separate the feet more if needed. External rotate, sit down, pull ribs in and up, reach the arms out, 3 breaths in your warrior 2. You can sit lower, 2. And good, hands to the shoulders. If you want to make it harder, arms up. Inhale, and exhale towards the back. Like squeeze the right obliques. Stay low. Inhale up. And exhale towards the back. Inhale up. And exhale and stay back. So working with all this oblique engagement with the right hand to the leg. You can sit lower. Deep breath, keep the back leg straight. Estiro la pierna de atrás, dobla más la de adelante. 2, y mantengo espigas hacia adentro. Keep the ribs in. And inhale the arms up. And exhale towards the front. If it's too much, hands to the shoulders. Keep the knee bent, inhale up. And exhale to the front, so squeezing obliques, side body, stability. Inhale up. And exhale. Good, and stay. You can bring the elbow to the thigh or the hand down, and the other arm over here. Konasana. So keep thinking of how you're opening up through the hip, the front hip, pull the belly in and up, and you can sit lower. Okay, press feet down, find stability to come up and straighten the legs, and go for your triangle. You can walk a bit to the front if needed. Pull belly in and out and find the side bend again. Same action, hand to the shin, hand to the ankle, hand to the big toe, shoulder blades together and back, and you can look up. Hombros hacia atrás, así que hay espacio para las cervicales, puedes mirar hacia arriba. Okay, so carefully bring the right hand to the waist or the right hand behind the back to do the bind. Yeah, so bind is optional, otherwise hands to the waist. You look towards the front foot to walk towards the front foot. You bend the right knee for stability, and then you try to lift the left leg, the bound leg. If it's a lot, you do what we did before. So hand to the left knee or hand under the leg, and you can straighten. 3. That's external rotation, chest up. 2. Relax the jaw. And carefully, we come down and we bring the hands to the ground and lift the right leg. Standing feet. So weight towards the toes, engage the left thigh, relax muscle. Press hacia adelante. Entonces, desde aquí, sigue el pie derecho atrás, la rodilla al suelo y levantamos la pierna izquierda. So lifting the left leg. So again, working with the hip flexors. If it's hard, you shift weight back. If it's easy, you shift weight forward. And then with the foot down, shift weight forward and squeeze the right knee. So if you want to touch the glute, it should be hard. You should be working with the right glute. If it's not hard, then maybe go back and bring the foot closer and maybe press the pelvis a bit forward like a hip thrust. Find the glute. So squeeze the glute. If it's still not happening, another way to engage the glute is to do the dog kick. So just lifting the leg, just to make sure the glute is there. So if the glute is there, then you work towards your splits. So weight forward, flexors, weight back, and then open up. Yeah, so you choose where you need to go. Yeah. Next, relax muscle of the face. If you want to separate more, you do so. Otherwise, you stay where you are. Where you can try to straighten the legs. The left hip moves toward the right heel. You see it alineando la pelvis. Entonces no giras la pelvis hacia afuera. In this case, there's no external rotation. We're returning the pelvis because then we'll miss the engagements. And then engaging core, you press to come out. Push with the hands uncomfortable forward. And let's come to the elbows now and our cat cow here. Con los antebrazos en el suelo, exhala, mira hacia los muslos. Inhala, mira hacia adelante. Okay, so step back one more time. Now working with core a bit more, round body position. Hands to the ground and round and push. So maybe this is where you stay, by pushing actively, you should be able to feel some of that deep core action, like a zipper lifting up. That's the engagement. If you want to try more, you should come away to the hands, not to the feet, to the hands, and you lift the knees, so engaging core. And if it's okay, you can lift the foot. And maybe then you change the feet. Yeah, let's come down and relax. So do it a couple of times. You want to feel that the core really rounding, and then you can try to lift both. So pressing into the ground, you round, you push, you lift the knees, and the way to the hands, maybe lift both, engaging core a lot. Rounding the back. So this is harder than crow, but that's the engagement we're looking for in crow. That's trying to lift the pelvis as high as possible, la pelvis más arriba que puedas. Entonces ahora puedes descansar. You can always just relax, do some meditation, breathe into the belly and relax. Or if you're doing some work, then you don't breathe into the belly, you keep the belly in and out, and you work with this rounded body position. So you can continue with Lolasana, this swing pose that we were doing, or you can work with your crow. So rounding again, pressing into the hands, you lift the feet or one foot, engaging core all the time, or you work with your handstand if you want, verticales, el pino, entonces engaging core again, shifting weight to the hands, you press, and back, you press. So the idea is to feel that the weight's on the hands, and then if it's there, you can start kicking. Engaging core, you press and kick, like to bring the pelvis over the hands. Engage core, engage, and then maybe you bring the legs out. Engaging core, yeah, the full time, more or less. So pulling the belly. Muy exigente. El ground. Better? Yeah. Here you go. But don't jump up. Don't jump up. Las fuerzas se sienten con las manos dando más, muy bien, piernas fundas, cinco, miras a tus manos, 4, exhala, 3, eso. Todo su equilibrio de los dedos y las muñecas. Más dedos, exhala. Bien, una pierna más. Bien. Yeah. You want to work with your pro, you want to rest. That's it. And use your neck, move forward, and very good. Muy bien. Very good. Yep, and out the breath out. Okay. You want to do the handstand? You round. If you're going to do, yeah, it's happy. Yeah. You're trying to work a lot with hip flexors, like really lift and knees up. Si quieres, trabajamos cuerpo y te ayuda a subir. ¿Sí? No es el cuerpo, no se las rodillas a las cabeceras. Eso. So you see that it's rounded, and the more you press, you lift. Yeah? So it's kind of the same posture, let's say. But if you go 150%, you can lift everything. Knees to the arms. Intenta de salir de la misma manera. Rodillas a las axilas. Exacto. Luego a los codos, rodillas a las axilas, 10 puntos. Eso las manos. We continue. Okay, let's work with our and we'll sit. So you want to do the vinyasa. From the down dog, you push strongly. So you round, so you can walk through and sit, or jump through and yeah, have to keep rounding. Yeah. All right, so legs forward. So we'll continue with our hip work. So from here, bend the right knee, dobla la rodilla derecha, rotación externa de la cadera, rotación interna, rotación externa. Quédate con la externa, so we keep the external rotation. Flexible feet, lift the leg, and bring it down, and relax. Rotación externa de la cadera, arriba la pierna, y abajo, relaja. Y arriba y quédate ahí, stay up. The left hand holds onto the foot, the right hand holds onto the thigh, the knee. You go for a bit more external rotation and internal. Rotación externa e interna. Pero todo está desde la cadera. If you feel that you're pressing on the knee, then do less, because it's the hip. If you want to lift the pelvis a bit, puedes levantar un poco la pelvis para ayudar a girar. So we're turning the leg in an external rotation. Makes sense? So this is what's turning the quad, the thigh, the femur bone into the hip circle. So keep the chest proud. Maybe you stay here, maybe you hug the leg. If you're hugging the leg like a baby, again, make sure you have some rotation at the hip, not the pelvis. Now I'm moving the leg, I'm not moving the pelvis. If you don't have that rotation, you can stay with the foot further away. Okay, so wherever you are, whether you're here or whether you're here, the right hand, we try to bring it under. Exactly. And the leg as high as possible. So this is similar to what we did before. Before we did the bird of paradise. Yeah. So now with the external rotation, we bring the right hand down, the left hand on the foot. Exactly. And we try to straighten like the bird of paradise. If you're higher up, then it's easier to straighten. If you're lower down, you don't have an arm that's long enough. So it's okay, you do what you can. Yeah. So you can turn the leg more out, so the foot more towards the head, external rotating. Then that's what we're looking for. Okay. One more breath. So this is the external rotation, because if you then bend the knee, it's like behind the head. If you were here, like without the external rotation, there's no bending the knee, it goes forward. Makes sense? So this is what we're looking for, the leg behind the knee. All right, so then we bend the knee and we go for figure 4. Figure 4 is one option, or bend more and half lotus is the other option, but half lotus could be extreme. So if it's too much, we do figure 4. Entonces el número 4 o el medio loto. Si estás en tu medio loto o en el número 4, puedes de nuevo hacer esta rotación externa, it's an external rotation of the hip. Makes sense? So instead of moving the leg that way, you're moving the leg that way. External rotating the hip. Si estás en la rotación externa, lo más externa que está la rotación, lo más abajo que está la rodilla. Yeah, so if you have less external rotation, the knee is higher. Eventually, you'll have enough external rotation to bring the knee down. So wherever you are, whether you're in a figure 4 or a half lotus, pick up the chest, look for your J low, anterior tilt, and then chest forward, and maybe you stay here. Maybe you can hold on to or hands forward or hold on to the foot. If you have the lotus, you can even bring the right arm to the right foot. Get to back. Pick up the chest and fall. This is it's a half, like a bound half lotus forward. Then flex the feet, lift up. Good. And then from here, carefully come to lie back. If you can, you keep the leg in the figure 4. If it's too much, come out first. Have the foot down and then come to lie back. So if you're in your figure 4 or in your half lotus, then carefully you bend the other knee to work more with the flexion. If you're not there yet, then from here, bend the knees and bring the right foot over the left thigh and work with the external rotation. So you have different options. You can work here, just moving the hip in and out, And then I would advise you to try to lift the leg off the leg, the foot of the leg, so that you work more with active external rotation. Then if you have active external rotation, you can work again with leg behind the head. So foot towards the head, pie hacia la frente, una variación. Luego pie a la oreja, foot to the ear, like talking on the phone. And then shoulder under to bring the leg behind the head. Yeah, I'm showing options. You go where you need to be. And don't break yourself. Keep the external rotation. A microphone. No, use the loudspeaker. So carefully we'll come to sit. If you want to, you can try to lift up from the lotus again. Otherwise, come out and then lift up. And then we'll do a twist. So for the twist, if you have the lotus, you can try to bend the other knee under and turn and bring the hands. So we're turning towards the leg that's in lotus. Yeah. Another way to do it is to bring the bottom leg behind, which is more intense, and you're turning and pressing the knee on the hand and bringing the other hand to the. So I'm giving you options. We stay where you need to stay. Great. Great. Yeah. Want to grab the foot of your hand. Yeah. And then this hand is on the ground like this, and it's like you're pressing it down, and that helps you to turn. Makes sense, right? Okay, let's go. Exactly. Ya yo lo voy a hacer. Intentas ver complicado, ¿vale? Me dices si la doble se siente más. Bien. Entonces ahora es más torsión lo que necesitas y un poco más hacia la flexión para llevar la mano. So slowly we'll come out, engaging forward, you'll come back to the center and we'll change center. So con cuidado, vuelves al centro, ¿sí? Sales de la postura, puedes hacer un poco de rotación de nuevo para respirar, relajar, y luego cambiar de pie. So we change sides and we move the leg out and in. Out and in. And breathe. So working with the second side. So we're shifting a bit of weight back to pick up the leg. And then down. Yeah, this is an external rotation. And you lift the leg actively. So the foot as close to the head as possible. And then down. And then one more. And lift up, pick up the chest. Then hold on to the hand, the foot and the knee, and go out and in carefully. Out and in. Again, it's not the knee, it's the hip. So you can even lift the hip a bit to see how it's moving. And then with the external rotation, maybe you can go for more flexion, bringing the shin closer to the chest, like a baby. You flex the foot, you can again try to move the hip, not the pelvis. I'm not turning the pelvis, I'm turning the leg. If you don't have that movement, maybe stay further away so that you have that movement. And then from here, you bring the left arm under, yeah, for the compass pose. So again, the foot is close to the head. If it's away, then it splits you're working towards. But if the foot is closer, you're working towards leg behind the head. Es una rotación externa de la cadera, el hombro lo más, como la pierna lo más arriba que puedas, si puedes por encima del hombro, y luego con cuidado a lo mejor estiras. So the foot towards the head, and you straighten, maybe you keep the knee a bit bent, maybe you can straighten completely and look under the arm. Breathers. Wherever you are, that's keep trying to turn the leg, the thigh towards the tibia. Yeah, the thigh moves. See how my thigh looks towards you? It's not looking back, the thigh is looking towards you. It's an external rotation, and that way, in case I bend, like it's behind the head and it's not to the front, it's behind the head. So carefully, we'll come out. You can come to figure 4, or you can flex the knee so much that you go to your lotus. Again, the more external rotation you have, the more close to your lotus with the knee down. If you're up here, that's still okay. So flex the knee, chest up, and fold, or not. You stay where you need to be. If you're in lotus, you can bind. That's then this foot, the right foot is flexed. Yeah, so that really gives the exactly. chest up, and chest forward. So it's not a Michael Jackson now, it's a J-Lo. I'm sending the sit bones back, anterior pelvic tilt, and that gives you more space. Because if I'm in a Michael Jackson, then I'm pulling myself away. So I'm trying to work with the flexor. That's why I flex the foot. Carefully, we come out, and maybe you lie back straight away. So engaging core, you can lie back. If it's too much, come out and then lie back. So we bend the other knee. Maybe this is enough. Maybe we lift the leg higher, and maybe this is where you stay. Make sure you have some movement at the hip and breathe. Then another option is from figure 4, try to lift the leg, and then you can hold onto foot and knee, work with the external rotation, internal rotation, stay with the external to bring the foot to the forehead, or then arm under to bring the foot to the ear, or the leg behind the head. Any of these options, yeah. Whatever you do, relax the jaw, just work with it. 2 more breaths, so wherever you need to be. And then you carefully come back to your 4 or your half lotus and come to sit, or first come to sit and then come back to your lotus. And again, you can choose half lotus, so we bend the knee and we turn towards the left, or you bring the leg that's under in an internal rotation to work with this posture. So the left arm to the foot and the right palm on the ground. Next. Fingers towards the knee. So you turn the fingers back so that then you press it down and you feel that kind of length from the wrist, the chest. If you have more twists, you try to go to that level. Un poco más levantando el pecho y tirar una respiración más. Muy bien, con cuidado salir, se activa el tronco, engage core. Yeah. Very good. Want to follow?
Never did this.
I don't because my phone is you will have to bring that in. Alright, so we'll slowly come out. So now going towards lotus or half lotus or just cross-legged. So you can just work with half lotus, yeah, or you can be cross-legged. If you're in a half lotus, you can also try to bend the other knee and bring the foot over. Carefully. Yeah, so what's missing is the external rotation. That's what I said. Like if the knees too far back, and it's because you're more internally rotated. Yeah, like it's not enough the external rotation. That's okay. You stay where you are. Pick up the chest, and then in your lotus or half lotus or cross-legged, bring the hands down, round the back and press, and maybe you can lift the press. Look at you. Hey, you're now a guru. Okay, try to lift the knees a bit more. So work with core. It's like famous vitalities. Married to a guru. Alright, then we can try the other cross. So you bring the other leg on top, or you just cross the legs the other way. It's a different feeling, or you do the lotus with the other leg on top. So traditionally, we do left leg on top, and the enlightened people do right. Then there's also the theory that for this 2,000 years, the Kali, like the era, we are all doing the left on. And do the second side and press. Maybe nothing lifts. Maybe you just lift the pelvis. Maybe you shift more weight to the hands and lift a leg or two. That's it. Keep round and press. Muy. Alright, we'll slowly come to our Baddha-Konasana. So feet together. Pick up and lower the hips. Relax muscles of the face. And then stay with the external rotation. Pick up the chest. And maybe you stay here. Maybe you fold more. Yeah.
Ale,
Yes. Sí.
¿cómo es cuando vos vas a hacer el loto? ¿Cuál es la pierna que tenés que poner primero?
Ahora hacemos primero la derecha y luego la izquierda por encima. Y
Sí.
en 2000 años hacemos la otra.
Sí, pero yo ahí lo hice con los dos lados, pero normalmente cuando vas a armar, por ejemplo, en Ashtanga, hay una que siempre va primero que la otra.
Sí, la izquierda por encima.
O sea,
La primera
empezar.
la derecha y luego la izquierda.
Ah, ok.
Es solo para tener una. Alright, so slowly we'll come up. Entonces, después de Balanasana, hacemos Ubavish. Sí, entonces lift up and separate the legs. Maybe you have to turn to the side or just pushing like one to the front, the other to the back. You don't have to open too much. It's actually just 100 degrees, so just over 90. Flex the feet. And again, maybe you have the hands back. You can bend the knees as much as needed so you find the anterior tilt. So bending knees is fine, and that might give you some more flexion. Ya, entonces puedes doblar las rodillas, anteversión pélvica, y luego a lo mejor las manos más adelante, activando los muslos, pues estirar las piernas, y a lo mejor llevar las manos a los dedos gordos. So you can also bring the hands to the knees. Engaging the thighs, flex the feet, inhale the chest out, next one maybe you go a bit lower. Alright, flex the feet, chest forward and up slowly. Okay, so now we want to lift that. So bend the knees a bit, bend the knees. Shift weight back, and then lift the legs. If it's too much, you can do it with the legs bent, holding onto the sheets. Después porque las tibias o dedos gordos y a lo mejor estira. We're looking for extra rotation and pick out the chest. Bien. Entonces, con cuidado, nos vamos a tumbar en la espalda. So maybe come down first. Prepare yourself to more to the front. Make sure the sun stays behind you. So this is what we're doing. Lifting the legs. So we can slowly engaging core, lie back. Maybe you stay here, maybe you bring the feet back and lift the hips high. And to come out, you can try to do the same. Engaging core, you shift weight forward to lift that. Makes sense? So you can try to come forward also. ¿Sí? Entonces peso hacia atrás, activas core, atrás y fuera las piernas. Y luego a lo mejor activando el core, peso adelante y vuelves a esta postura. That's it. More momentum. So use more momentum. Yes, that's alright. Let's do our Sarvangasana. So slowly we'll come back again. We'll bring the hands to the middle back. And we'll lift the legs. Shoulders down. Si quieres una otra variación, pues hacer piernas en el suelo, piernas arriba. O puedes usar un bloque. You can use a block to have the pelvis on the floor. Do you want a block or you're happy? Yeah. Alright, hands on the back. Yeah, bring the hands to the middle back. Exactly. Palms there. Exactly, to hold yourself and leave the pelvis tight. To support yourself. Legs together and lift. One more breath. Alright. And then from here, diamond legs or lotus legs. Exactly. So diamond, or you bring a leg under and then the other leg up. Yeah, and out. Or just half of the same. I cannot do it. Well, carefully. And then you can bring the hands to the knees. Your hands, one hand here and the other there. Try to lift the pelvis up. Leg, arm straight. Push the hands straight up, straight over, straight up, straight up. So you're pressing like this. Then, yeah, and exactly. Stay really long. And then the last variation, you have the knees into the chest. So now legs down and have them. That's it. Keep the knees down. So you can also do Karnavidasana, so knees to the ground. Keep that way. Yeah. So this is the other way to do it. You can pack yourself forward. Yeah. Engage core to come out. Slowly we lie down. Stay with the lotus if possible. And we'll do our, so stay with the lotus. We'll do our breath, our head now. Exactly. And hands to the feet. Hands to the feet. Alright. So this is another way to do your fish pose. Yeah. So another way to do it, you remember fish. So sit on the hands, elbows in, and straight legs to pick up the chest. Exactly. So this is the other variation. Or let's 3 breaths in your fish. Matsyasana. You can do your lion's breath if you want. So through the mouth. Las manos están and Ahora la otra variación es de estirar las piernas, so you can now straighten the legs and palm arms straight. Yeah, so legs up. So this is the vinyasa from your, like this is the sequence from your lotus fish. So here. So here from your lotus fish, then you can straighten. So it's back strength, again, pressing head down. If it's too much, you can lie down and just do your leg lifts and you work with it. Yeah. Alright. Good, and slowly we'll come down. So bring the legs down. You can use your hands on the glutes to lift the head. And then we'll come to all fours to work with our headstand. So you can rest. So you can do some head massage. You can do your rabbit pose, or you can work with your headstand. If you're in your headstand, you can again work with your diamond legs, yeah, or with your lotus legs. Yeah, working with hips. Oh. Okay, lift core. Next. 5, squeeze legs together, keep the wrists. 4, 3. Elbows more in, so elbows closer to each other. Elbow, yeah. The hands, the hands. So have the and then the elbows. Yeah. And then one like that. Yeah. Okay. And try the diamond legs. And then we're going to try the lotus. The other one, this like first, and then this one, very good. Yay! Yeah, and you can lift that. Yeah. Yeah. The pressing head and elbows down, and here, 3. Ahora izquierdas, down, separate the legs, down, separate. Alright, can we then examine? And then means the chest carefully or engage muy bien. Voy a tirar más concentrada primero. Ahora. Luego, muy bien, aquí está. Muy bien, respira. Como flexionar las caderas, que nos estiraban, y arriba. Una vez, estirando las piernas y piernas hacia el suelo. Ahora abajo. ¿Pasamos? Let's try it. Just a second. Up. So next to chest and lift the foot, and then the other. Press it down and lift it. Okay, very good. Legs together. 5. Keep pressing with the left elbow. 4. Squeeze the legs together. 3. Okay, very good. 2. Press a bit more with your left. Yeah, you're falling towards the TV just a bit. Very good. One more breath. Stay. And then knees to chest carefully. Rodillas al pecho, con cuidado. Y pies al suelo. Muy bien. So the problem is that there's not enough flexion, so you have to do a small jump. It's not a problem, it's just that it's a bit less controlled. Because if you can just shift weight and press, then it's not so much of a jump and you can control it. You want to straddle, so open up the legs, or you want to come down. Keep the pelvis towards me. So flex the feet same. Flex. That's that makes sense. Because if you extend, actually I think you like to like that. Means chest. So it makes sense. Like when I told you to open the legs, you first extend it. Yeah. And then you lose the forearm. So you have to think of opening the legs but like we were doing it before, like here, like with that engagement in the core. Yeah, to straddle and then like together. Straddle, let's. We continue. Alright, okay. So we'll do some neck release first, so hands under the glutes, shoulders back and down, and move the head, breather at the neck, the throat. And then go the other way. And then bring the left ear to the left shoulder, the left hand on top, and press with the head against the hand. Remember, we're not pressing with the hand. Estamos empujando con la cabeza, no con la mano. La mano solo resiste hombros atrás y abajo. So it's not a stretch. I'm pressing with the head and I'm engaging the neck. Then relax, take the head up, turn the head to the side, and place the head hand on the cheek. Shoulders back and down, and again, press the head against the hand. Slowly back to center and change side, ear to shoulder. Shoulders back and down and press the head against the hand. And then relax, turn the head, shoulders back and down, and press the head against the hand. Poco a poco balance. Hacemos una ronda de Brahmari. Entonces haces el sonido de ñ y lo llevas atrás en la garganta y hacia arriba, tipo en tu cerebro. Es la intención, sentir como la vibración ahí en el cerebro. So we're making the ñ sound, ñ, we're taking all the way back, and it sounds like a B sound. So this is the honey bee breath. So lengthen to the spine, exhale, shoulders back and down, inhale, and then do the ñ sound, take it back. When you finish, we do it again, but higher pitch. Now, I take a moment just with that vibration, with that energy. Relájate, respira con esa sensación, esa vibración, la eco del sonido. So we'll just do three Shalavasanas 20 because that's great for back stability, for the back health. So lie on your belly and reach the arms back. You can even stay with the eyes closed or close the eyes now. So what we want to do is pick up the chest, reach the arms up and back, just to engage the back muscles. The face is relaxed, but it's facing forward. Chest up, arms up and back, just to engage the back muscles. Then lengthen the spine, look to the side. Whichever side you're looking to, bend the knee, or the opposite side, flex the foot and press up just to engage that glute. And then release the leg, look forward, pick up the chest, arms up and back. Keep the legs down, relax the glutes, just work with back muscle, lift higher, engage back muscle, chest up, chin up, arms back. And then turn the head the other way and bend the other knee, flex the foot and press up just to squeeze the glute. And then leg down, look forward, straight legs, straight arms. And pick up the chest and pick up the legs also. Arriba las piernas, arriba el pecho, 3 respiraciones. Activa la espalda, más atrás los hombros, shoulders back. 2, engage back muscles. Okay, we'll bring forehead on the forearms. You can either stay the heels in or out. So relax the legs, heels in or out. And breathe with the belly against the earth. Push the belly button against the earth. Empuja el ombligo contra la tierra, inhala. Y exhala poco a poco por la nariz o por la boca. You exhale through the nose or the mouth. Relax the face, relax. And feel the support of the earth. So you inhale with the belly against the ground. Respira por la barriga, contra la tierra. Exhala poco a poco, just to feel that connection with the earth as you exhale. So one more time, breathe deeply as you can, fill up the belly, the sides of the belly with air, press it against the earth. And as you exhale, feel how the earth is pressing against you. Muy bien. Entonces, si estás cómodo, cómoda boca abajo, te puedes quedar aquí para tu relajación. You can stay face down for your relaxation in your crocodile pose. If you prefer to turn around, turn to the side, or even sit up, then you do that. Eliges una postura cómoda, tumbada boca abajo, boca arriba en un costado, o sentada, sentado si quieres, y descansas. Wherever you choose to be, come back to that space of feeling grounded, feeling supported by the earth. And trust that the earth can take over any burdens, any concerns, any worries that you have. Anything that you're holding on to, just for the next few minutes, let the earth take it so that you can feel a bit lighter. Confía en que la tierra puede ocuparse de lo que te pesa, todas las cargas, las preocupaciones, las ofreces a la tierra por los próximos minutos para que tu cuerpo se sienta más descansado, relajado, más ligero. Pase lo que pase, sigue ofreciéndolo a la tierra, relajándote y descansando aún más. Keep relaxing more and more, letting the earth take over anything that may come up. You observe those thoughts, those feelings, and you let the earth take it. So that you can relax, you can release, you can enjoy this moment of grounding, of healing, of deep relaxation. And I won't shed a tear. It's like long as you still stand by me. Sometimes Noticing your body, noticing the energy, the life inside your body. And guide that energy through the breath, the places of your body that need some more support, some more love. And deeper and deeper for the whole body to receive that support and that love. Respir máxima profundamente para que tu cuerpo pueda recibir este amor, esta vida a través de tu respiración y para que esta energía llegue a las manos y los pies, empiezas a mover desde las manos de pies, muñecas, tobillos, piernas, brazos. Eventually, use that red and black energy to wiggle the fingers and toes and to make the movements, the adjustments, the activations you need to make so you wake up. And you take the next minute just for you. It's what you need to do to eventually come and forward. Respire y haz lo que tienes que hacer. Despierta y te incorpora. Only with count and stick. There's no rush. We'll count to sit up tall. And then we'll bring the hands to the heart center. Mantiene también buena esta postura cómoda. Y vas las manos al corazón. Más unos momentos para estar aquí. Relajado, relajada. Acostumbrándote de nuevo a este espacio de paz, de seguridad, de fuerza, de salud, de felicidad. Whatever happens. Coming back to that image of the intention, of the happiness, the strength. Normalizing so that you learn how to come back to it whenever you need. In this place of calmness and peace, we chant our mantra, look ourselves as relevant, and all things be happy and free, para combatir esta energía, esta luz con el mundo. Alarga, bien, exhala, inhala para andar. Lokam samsam sukhinom bhavantu. Lokam samsam sukhinom bhavantu. Lokam samsam sukhinom bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.